Hey everybody, it's Rex the dog. So I kind of talked about this a little bit on stream today. I remembered I had this predictions list for 2025, which I made way back in November or December or whatever. And I started talking about a couple of things on it because I was like clearing out my phone and I stumbled on it. And I thought I'd just make a video where I outline the list and I talk about things that are on it and kind of give some of my reasoning for this list. It's kind of jokey, but it's kind of not. It's kind of legit. It's kind of what I think. So, 2025 predictions so far. Okay, maybe I'll get more as the year goes on. Nothing. I think this is gonna happen in the back end, but this is what I got so far. Okay, so number one, hyper local social media. So I think that there is a desire to leave social media and connect more with people kind of local areas and what's going on. But I also think there is an inability to do that because, and I'm going to include myself in this, right? Just like an addiction and whatever, and people are already super locked in. So I think what's going to happen is social media that is hyper local based. So really kind of like, I know this has existed in some forms before, like stuff like Nextdoor app and stuff like that. I don't know if that kind of goes international. But those things are pretty niche, and it's really just for complaining about the bins or whatever. But I think there's going to be a real boon, whether that happens in terms of a new app or whether that happens within previously established apps. I think there's going to be a more a kind of trendy focus. You know, maybe it'll be a flash in the pan and it doesn't last, like something like Be Real or something like that. But I think there's going to be a focus on hyper local social media. So that's what we got for prediction one. Prediction two: dancing wildly is normalized. I'm seeing that, like, you know, even like your rat dance. I don't know. I feel that like TikTok dances started as something really niche for little girls, and then it's kind of become bigger and bigger than that, and Gen Alpha and Gen Z are growing up and all that sort of thing. And I think just like wildly dancing and stuff like that is going to become increasingly more normalized to do in public or whatever setting. And I'm all for it. Number three, okay, with this, I makeup for men. I think just like what started as like metrosexuality to whatever, you know, that's such an old term. But anyway, I think makeup for men is going to go like super mainstream. I think even just like your dudiest dudes are not gonna see it in the same way that, like, I don't know, when I was growing up, if like a dude, and I'm not saying this is right, this is just an observation, if a dude got like a hair transplant or if a dude did something like this, people would make fun of them. That is over, and you go to the cinema now and there's Cristiano Ronaldo in a like advert for hair transplants or whatever. I don't know. I think makeup for men is coming. I'm not saying men should be made fun of for wearing makeup. I've worn a bunch of eyeliner in my time. But I think it's just going to go more mainstream. This is already happening. Number four, Spotify is going to become increasingly more and more like social media. You go on it now and you can go through these like kind of like doom scrolling through songs and stuff like that, kind of like TikTok. I think that's going to go wilder. I think they're going to lean into the social element for more and more and more for Spotify to try and get you to spend more and more time on the app that isn't just like listening to their playlists, but more user-to-user interaction and sharing stuff. I've got Mr. Beast caught in a scandal. I guess that's kind of already happened. You know, as I said, I'm kind of late posting this. This is like end of February. But I think Mr. Beast scandals are going to like increase big time. I think there's going to be an AI pop star. I think there's going to be an AI pop star, and it's going to suck. Interactive reality TV. Netflix are going really all in on live content. They've made that huge deal with WWE. They've had that like boxing events. They've done other stuff as well. I don't know if it's going to be Netflix or it's going to be somewhere else, but I feel an interactive reality TV show where there is instantaneous interaction and stuff like that to affect the outcome of what's happening live, I think is coming. Eco-fashion is the new norm above brands. That one's a little bit optimistic, but I think there's going to be a real kind of social consciousness wave when it comes to clothing. I think the fast fashion kind of trend is seen as I think the kind of disgust for that is on the rise. I think the whole I just think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go up. I still think the fast fashion and your Shein and your whatever is still going to exist, but I think the people who would be spending on a label are maybe going to end up prioritizing more spending on something that's eco-friendly, as that kind of be the signaling. I don't know. A little prediction there. Translating earbuds. I think there's going to be AirPods or whatever that translate in real time, and they're going to be absolutely insane. I think that's coming. Crowdfunded Hollywood. I think a big studio is going to try and make you crowdfund a movie. I don't know whether, I don't think it's going to be Disney. I don't think it's necessarily going to be Disney, but I think a Hollywood established studio is going to try and make you crowdfund a movie. Am I gone out of focus? I don't even know because I can't see through these eyes. I think they could try and make you crowdfund a movie and maybe even have like stretch goals of like, if we reach this much, we'll have 3 action sequences, or we'll add another superhero. Oh my god. Dude, imagine if Marvel or DC did one. I don't think it's going to get to that level. But it's like, if we get to the 3rd stretch goal, we'll add in 2 more Green Lanterns. But no, I think there's going to be a crowdfunded Hollywood movies. VR theaters, I think they're going to try and do that on a bigger scale and have some goofy movies or whatever. I think the side part head style is going to make a comeback. I think there's going to be a whole thing of drone delivery bandits, and that'll capture our imagination for a while, of people stealing drone deliveries. I think there will be an internet crash worldwide, and the internet will go down for like an extended period of time. Maybe it's like a few hours or something, and it'll be like absolutely insane. So worldwide internet crash, I've got that down there. Virtual pets making a comeback. So whether that is, Nintendogs being like a Switch 2 release game, or Tamagotchis coming back in a real big way, I think virtual pets, maybe there's a Tamagotchi, maybe they make a Tamagotchi app on the phone. I don't know. The virtual pets, keep an eye out. This one, I had this before because as I said, I wrote this in like December or November or whatever. I said this before he started going on about the CNN nonsense, but I think Elon Musk is going to control a huge news network. I think that is going to happen. I think he's going to end up in the ownership of a huge news network. I think there's going to be Strava. So Strava, the app which like tracks your runs and stuff, I think there's going to be like a Strava style app for screen time that tracks how much screen time you have. And people kind of show off that like, oh, look. So it's like a social network on it. And it's like, oh, look, like I only did this many hours of screen time or something like that. Jenna Marbles' comeback is on the list. And finally, I think there's going to be a celebrity throuple. I think there's going to be some main, all 3 of them don't have to necessarily be it. But I feel there's going to be a mainstream throuple. So either one of them is already like famous, or 2 of them are already famous and they're in like a 3-way relationship, or we get a throuple that transition into the mainstream and are like something that even like our moms and dads know or whatever. There we go. Rex the Dog 2025 predictions. Dude, I want to be doing more videos. I'm loving the live streams. I keep doing the live streams, but I forget how easy it is for me to just hit record, because I don't edit these videos, do I? I forget how easy it is for me to make these videos, so I wanna get back into just posting like a bunch of videos as well. It's not going to detract from the live streams or anything like that, or detract from the previously, scheduled laundry vlogs, but I just want to do more videos like this because it's freaking easy for me to just hit the record button. So I can do this more often. Guys, if you got suggestions for videos, just drop them down below, man. And I can talk. I can ramble. Mwah! Peace out.